to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is an Object 261. It's a tier 10 Soviet SPG, but it's got the Ukraine flag on it. Yes, 2 marks of excellence. This one's located on the eastbourne of Malinovka, and it's under the command of Ignac, and he's a new member of the group. Yep, I managed to get the mod, which actually converts the Soviet star into the Ukrainian flag. Yep, because I don't want garbage on my barrels. I want something solid, something I can rely on, something I want to see. Okay, Object 261, based on the IS-7, 18cm howitzer, capable of doing 800 alpha, and he's got his first target, Pramvan. Well, he got some stun, but he did get behind the rock in time to avoid any further damage. Okay. Well, there's a number of enemy tanks near their cap area. Nobody actually went out to try and spot for us in the field, which is kind of disappointing, really. But there again, we've only got one light tank, and he's got killed. And the enemy team's got an ELC M90. So the problem is, he might be in the center at the moment. We can't see him. And, ooh, Ignac knocked the tree down. It's like waving a big flag saying, "Here I am! Hit me!" No, I'm only joking. Okay. Well, you know me. I always go for the spotting bush straight away because there's nearly always somebody stupid enough to go into that bush. And you wouldn't believe the number of enemy tanks I've wiped out with one shot to that bush. Most of them Type 64s, funnily enough. The shell arrives and they just blow up where they are, which is kind of embarrassing. Because, yes, your spotting job is supposed to be to find the enemy and not get hit. But that's precisely what they do get. They get hit the moment the game starts. And then they cry foul and say, "I wasn't spotted." Yeah, but you did go somewhere rather obvious. And you know what that Monty Python sketch says? Don't be seen. Okay, we're TNHT Viz 51. He's up near the hill. Our guys look like they've managed to get up the hill first. Now, this is a perfect opportunity to earn lots of stun assists here, because these guys are trying to get up the hill, but they can't. Rounds out. Long flight time. Oh, but he did get a splash on him. Yep, that Super Conk's effectively now the card's been laid down, and it's saying, well, if you go up there, you will get hit by Arty. Gives the hill to our guys as well. Standard reload is 30.68 seconds, and you can see that Ignac's got 25.14, so he's shaved 5 seconds off, and he is using premium consumables, which is extra rations, which is something that certain soldiers are not getting at the moment because, yeah, they can't supply them. In fact, word has it that the Chinese are actually supplying rations now because somebody can't produce them. Anyway, what have we got here? Well, the Super Conk's got a shell landed on the engine deck. You can see the hole where it was, but he's lost it now. Rounds out, going for the engine deck again, and hits the side of the tank. And we get a load of stun assist off that shot, so it was a very effective round. Oh, the ELC's turned up. Now, is he missing any hit points? That's what I want to know. Yes, he is. So I rather suspect that our shell, or the shell that hit the bush, did actually hit him. Oh, blind kill! He took out the ELC with a blind shot, and he got him. That's very satisfying when you take out the enemy light tank who thinks he's all being stealthy, hiding underneath the water, pops out for a second to get a breath of fresh air, and gets his head blown off. Okay, we've got M46 Ripper pattern, or the KR, which is a premium tier 8. 90mm gun and all that. Rounds out the Pagetto. Lands short. But it did stun him. And we did pick up stun damage, 10 hit points, but the stun assist is where it really counts. I think that Ripper pattern is actually being rather effective because he's actually spotting our STG up on the hill. And if the STG doesn't do something about that ripper pattern, I think it's going to be a major problem for him. Oh, and he got wiped out. Oh dear. Well, our guys have actually moved further up, so maybe they can go to the ramp and take him out. Yes, they did. Good. The Cobra got him in the end. That'll teach him to go too far forward. A bit of a problem we've got now, though, is that all our guys who are near our cap area, near the houses, have actually departed. And in fact, actually, a Leopard prototype has just turned up. And not only him, a Barask as well. I go for the Barask. He's got thinner armor. Rounds out. Yep. Big hit. 452. Huge amount of stun assist. The Barask is always the bigger threat than the Leopard prototype, even though the Leopard prototype's got a better gun and technically it's more accurate. The Barask's got that burst damage, which is the real killer for that tank. Well, some of our teammates have recognized the problem we're in and they've come back. We're firing blind now. Nope, didn't get anything off that, and knocked down another tree, but can't stay there. If you do stay there, then the enemy Arty might say, well, I'll take a chance. He's a GWE100, 21 centimeter gun. You are taking a bit of a risk. Okay, looks like that tortoise has been tracked. Well, he was. Now he's been hit for 278 and he's stunned. Will we get some stun assist? Loads of shells hitting him, but... Oh, now we did get splatted by the GWE, so he was watching and he did chance a shot in this direction. I think he was actually aiming slightly to the right, though, so... I don't think it was knocking down the tree that attracted his attention. I think it was more the fact that he saw our tracer, but just got the lineup wrong. Rounds out. Oh, the Barask was hiding behind the windmill, and he splashed him to death. I think I heard a rumble. Yep, enemy RT again, and this time round we did see the explosion. And now we can see two explosions. So he was aiming for the tree. Yes, I thought it was the explosion over there. No, it was these two impact points here. He was trying to kill us. He saw the tree being knocked down. Now, Leopard prototype, where are you? Well, the Cranvar's sitting behind that house, so we can put a round in there. And we get some more hit points, 219, more stun assist. I wouldn't stick around here, not with that tree. It's like attracting lightning in a thunderstorm. If the GWE tries again, he's got a massive amount of stun assist now, 4,860. That's a huge amount. Almost certainty this is going to be an ace tanker, even if he doesn't get a huge amount of damage. He fires one up to the north of the map. Yeah, this tree is very, very unsafe. If the GWE tries again, he knows he's got some damage from hitting that area, so he might try to do it again. Or at least I suspect that he knows he's got some damage. And another of our teammates dies. The Leopard 1 kills our SU-130 PM. There is a target up the hill. There it is. It's a TNHT Viz 51. We saw him earlier in the game. Rounds out. Lands behind him. They're kind of forcing us into the corner here. Now that AMX 5100 managed to sneak up, but he takes a hit for 283. We get some stun assist. It seems Ignite really knows how to get stun assist. Very effective. The AMX 5100's decided to pull back behind that rock. We're down by only one tank at the moment, but the enemy does have position. They've managed to force all of our guys into this corner. And although that concentrates the fire, it does put us at kind of disadvantage to them. There's plenty of ways that they can choose to get at us. And now we're suffering from the problem that we can't see the enemy, but the enemy might be able to spot us. Oh, Leopard prototype coming in from the water, from the lake. We're dialing in. Oh, there's the better target, the TNH. I say the TNH is the better target. Actually, technically, it's not the better target. It does have that check gun, which is rather good, but the Leopard prototype's actually got much thinner armor. But it seems that Ignax actually managed to pick up a huge amount of stun assists just off that TNH. He got 450 off him. He's only got 2 rounds left, one of which is armor piercing, and the TNH just got wiped out by our Scorpion G. So now we're 1 up on the enemy with only 4 minutes 30 seconds left to go. It's got very, very tight. And there's the AMX, and he gets wiped out immediately by the Cranvarn. And unfortunately, we just lost our T30 to the enemy Cranvarn, another one. The Cranvarn on the enemy team's got 3 kills, so he must be fairly good. The only other player on their team who's got a kill is the Leopard 1. The GWE100 has tried to kill Ignax several times but failed. And the E50, well, doesn't appear to have any damage whatsoever yet. Okay, Ignax signals to his teammates 2 rounds of ammo left. I normally do that as well when it gets tight at the end of the game, especially with the Object 261. He's loaded the HE rather than the armor piercing. He's going to keep the armor piercing for the last shot. He can always hot change and reload the armor piercing if he sees a really good juicy target that he can strike. Someone who gets tracked. We don't know for sure that the Cranvarn's still there behind that bush, but it's really not worth shooting the round in. And, well, we got the E50. Okay, he was full health. No, he's not anymore. Rounds out. Oh, well, stun. Got some stun. And 150 hit points, but I think that's the HE round gone. And now it's just the armor piercing round. Well, unfortunately, this armor piercing round, despite the fact it's 18 centimeters, will only do 520 alpha. You put an 18 centimeter round out of a, well, you can't put it out of a T30, but if you, a T30 will do 750. Doesn't seem right, does it, that an armor piercing round would do less damage, but he can certainly kill that guy, and he does. The guy was tracked, and that made him a perfect target. Now, last 2 minutes of the game, the warning's had. What he can do now is spot for his team. If he finds out where the Cranvarn is, then the teammates can do something about it. There's only 3 enemies left. The Cranvarn, the Leopard, and the GWE100. Clear, the Charview G4 is coming with us. I think he's got the same thing in mind. Get as quickly as we can close to the enemy, find out where the enemy is. He finds the Cranvarn's hit, and he's wiped out by the Charview G4. Or was it? No, it was the Object 140 who got him in the end. And there's the enemy Arty. So we know where he is, but the GWE100 actually then leads to the Leopard. The Leopard's actually ahead of us, and he's been marked. We know where he is. We've got 1 minute to go. The Leopard spotted. He's getting hold. The Charview G4 fired 1 round in. I'm not sure if he can get another one on that Leopard. I think he might be in reload, and then it's going to be up to the Scorpion and the Object 140. We do know where the GWE100 is, though. He's in the trees in the top northwest corner of the map, and now we've only got 35 seconds left to get the game. The Leopard will be a one-shot for the Scorpion. He can't kill the Scorpion with 1 shot. It'll take 2. So long as the Scorpion keeps his cool, the Leopards are toast. And there it goes. The Scorpion did take a hit, but he got the Leopard, and that means now it's just the Arty. And oh, look at this, 8 seconds left on the clock. They're not going to get him. So it's the enemy Arty that forces a draw. Well, that battle went the full 15 minutes, and it was a very enjoyable one at that. It was an ace tanker game from Ignac in the Object 261. Not surprising, he did a huge amount of damage, but it was actually the stun assist that really told in that game. He got a huge amount, and that's why he did so well. He got a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 18 in that one. He also got a Confederate medal for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team, with his last shot killing the E50 with a lovely side armor-piercing round. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, when it came to damage, he did the most damage on his team, 3,584 hit points, but the high caliber actually went to the Leopard 1 on the enemy team, and that guy got 5,393 hit points. So yes, congrats to him in a sense for using the Leopard for its sniper role. He did what it was supposed to do, and he did collect a huge amount of damage, although he put himself in a bit of a bind because he was trapped by the river by that Char Future 4, couldn't pull out, didn't know who was going to hit him next. It was either going to be one of the medium tanks on our team or eventually, as it was, the Scorpion, and the Scorpion was able to claim his soul. When it came to kills, oh, we got the third highest damage. We'll mention him first. It was the Char Future 4, by the way, 3,180, so he was a good player. And when it came to kills, it was shared. The top score was shared between Ignac in the Object 261, the Babin in the Scorpion on our team, and Viper in the Cranbarn on the enemy team. So 3 players all managed to get 3 kills apiece. When it came to, in fact, actually the Scorpion did get wiped out by the GW E100 before the end of the game. So I suppose he was, it was revenge for him taking out the Leopard. But sadly, we weren't able to do anything about that GWE, and that was Lord Sick. Is that Lord Sick? Let's have a look at his name. Lord Sick. I think that's how I would pronounce it. Somebody might pronounce it differently. But well done to him. But for basically saving his game from his team from a loss. When it came to base XP, it's Ignac. He got 754 out of that one. 616 went to the Scorpion. 578 went to the SU-130 PM. Ignac fired all 20 rounds of ammo, and he did what he was supposed to do, which is act as spotter. Go out and prompt the enemy to fire at him, and then reveal their position so the rest of the team could get at them. That's a perfect job, and it takes a lot of courage to do it, but yep, it's what you're supposed to do if you're an Arty. You go out there, you show yourself to the enemy saying, here I am, take a shot at me. And when they do, they get blown away. 7 direct hits on the enemy, 2 penetrations. So I'm sure that that E50 got 1 pen. Yeah, because it was an arm-piercing round and it went straight through his side. The other penetration was in the Ilse Evan 90. Oh my God, that little thing poked his head up above the water and got it blown off with a penetrating shot. Nice. 17 splashes on them as well, 3,584 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. He did receive 1 hit, it was a penetration, that was from the Leopard actually, it got him in the end. 2 hits by way of splash from the GW E100, one of which didn't actually cause any damage, that was the one that hit the trees in the at the back of the map. Another one did cause some splash, 150 hit points, but it was the second one while he was out next to the houses that stopped him where he was in his tracks, and then the Leopard took the chance to shoot him, but it gave the Leopard away. He managed to get 1,000, is that 100,000? No, he hit 11 of the enemy, killed 3, and he also managed to get 10 hit points of damage assistance and 5,597 hit points of stun assist off 16 stuns. On a free-to-play account, he earned 56,058 credits, got 4,560 for the Achievements Award. That's for getting an Epic Medal or Battle Hero Medal in a losing or drawn game. This was a drawn one. He also got 60,618 credits overall, but after repair, ammunition, resupply and consumables, he actually made a loss for the game, and it was 29,619 credits. He earned 754 base XP, but got 423 for the Achievements Award, and 1,177 experience points altogether. Let's have a quick look at the armor profile. Well, yes, it's an IS-7 in disguise. This is the front of the vehicle. It's pretty hard. Look at that. 75 on the upper plate, lower plate 65, but you're actually seeing treble digit figures for the armor. So not so easy to take out from the front. I mean, it's much easier to hit the screen at the back. It's only 50mm thick, so don't aim for the front of the vehicle, aim for the back of the vehicle. Sides of the vehicle 50mm as well. It gets a little lighter at the back, 30mm. It is a heavy tank, but they've carved out some of the bits. I think if I remember correctly, the engine's up front. We'll see that in the modules in a second. And of course, they left it open at the rear, obviously to allow the fumes to breeze away. They didn't actually build the Object 261, if I remember correctly. They had the designs, but because the IS-7 wasn't put into major production, neither was the Object 261 in the end. Let's have a quick look at the live model so we can see again. Well, it does look fairly thick armor. Of course, until you actually look at the side and the rear, and then you realize, oh, it's not so thick. Let's have a quick look at the modules. Engine up front. The driver is actually in the cabin next to the rest of the crew, but he's on the right-hand side, and behind him he's got the tank commander. The gunner is actually on the left-hand side of the vehicle. There you go. And he's got the radio set next to him, which is kind of odd because the radio should be next to the tank commander. We've got two ammo racks at the back and two loaders standing directly behind the beach. Behind the breech, I should say. The ammo racks aren't that big in this, but I presume, well, that size-wise, you would have expected another ammo rack down below in the vehicle, but they've got the fuel tanks down below. Obviously, the fuel tank should be actually near the actual engine, but I suppose they put them here in the vehicle because they put so much weight up front. So, yes, if you want to make this thing go bang, aim for the back of the vehicle. It's also where the lightest armor is, so it's much easier to get a penetration there. So thank you very much to Ignac for sending in that replay. It was an enjoyable battle. You did exactly the right thing at the end of the game to try and reveal where the last enemy was. Go out there, provide him with a target, a juicy target that he could not refuse, which of course made him very obvious to everyone else. But unfortunately, it was that GWE 100. He was just too far away for your teammates to do anything about at the end of the game. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.